Can somebody please tell me how to help? People are being kidnapped off the street. I'm protesting, I'm writing letters, I'm making phone calls, I'm making content, I'm reposting content. I don't know what else to do to help.
You're doing it right now, honey. You're doing it right now. You're doing so much more than what other people should be doing. Keep doing it. More people should be doing it. Thank you for doing it.
This is why I don't tolerate inaction. Not only the obvious fascism and racism, but the direct attack on empathy. You can argue about it, you can talk about it forever, about how people should have been acting sooner. But the truth is, there's a lot of people out there that did rely on our country and the safeguards of the Constitution that now are having to be faced with a very scary reality for the first time. There are people out there who believed in the empathy within their bubble, and they're about to be in a lot of pain. As if the pain we haven't all felt thus far is enough. And I've reached a point where absolutely no excuse from anybody in my life will be tolerated.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I really do appreciate your love and support on this channel. So today, as I was scrolling on my TikTok, I came across this video of a Caucasian woman who is actually trying so hard to ask people how she can help, crying and saying that she's not happy of what's happening in the United States of America, people being snatched from their homes. You also that video that has been circulating on social media when ICE agents came to take that family, and the woman who had a newborn, and they also took her 14-year-old girl, and it was just crazy what was happening, guys. This video has really caught attention of many people, and there is a number of people that are feeling what's happening is not right. And this woman came online and she was asking, what can I really do? We can actually see how hurt she is, because ICE agents has gone as far as even slamming and breaking into people's homes, just like you saw the other day, sometimes last week, where they actually broke in someone's home and they did horrible things to that family, the family that they were actually not looking for. They didn't even do their due diligence to research enough and know that these are actually the people that we want. There are some people that are actually supporting this woman, and there are others that are like, no, they are not being kidnapped, they are being arrested by ICE agents because they are in the country illegally. And I would want to know what your thoughts are on this. Every clip and every stitch that you'll be seeing on our today's episode, credits belongs to the original creators of these videos that you're seeing on your screens. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my good name is Gracie D. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel, give this video a like, and let me know what your thoughts are on the comments section. So let's just dive right ahead and we'll come back with more commentary.
I'm going to say that I know you mean well, and I am coming to you in good faith, but some people have given you steps that need to happen, and you have been vehemently against them because they involve violence. But they are right. Quote unquote good trouble isn't going to get you anywhere. You cannot peacefully protest fascism out of the state. And we have been under fascism for a lot longer than just Trump. It's just really bad now. So people like me and you, white people, can see it very clearly happening. People of other communities have already known this has been happening for a long time, okay? The only way that we're going to get out of this is through a revolution, and it's not going to be in a ballot box. It's not going to be writing in representatives. So for those people that are out there, make sure that they know you're a safe person. If you see people struggling, make sure that they're hydrated, make sure they can eat. I know that, certain people can only do so many things. So figure out what you can do that you are physically and mentally able to do, and try to help that way. But you have to get out of the mindset that we are going to vote our way out of this. We're not going to be able to. So make sure you're building community within your community, within the working class of people, within the people that this is happening to, not with your reps. Your reps don't care. If reps have ever cared, we would never have gotten to the position that we're in today.
First off, I want to thank you for just wanting to help, not just reporting on it and not just saying shit and not just protesting, but doing the last piece of the fucking puzzle that people forget, and is wanting to help. There are a lot of nonprofit organizations across the nation that need support right now more than ever, that are getting closed by Trump's actions, that aren't getting support. Some of them will help these people directly. Immigration lawyers, some of them can help them proactively, and some of them help reactively. There are a lot of organizations, and if you want, I can put together a Substack later today that will give you resources on who to donate to for what. If you want to donate for a place for them to flee to, it would be people like Unity Harbor, the nonprofit that I'm the founder of. Right now, if you truly want to know how you can help people, it is supporting the nonprofits that saw this shit coming, warned people, were created, and decided that they would spend their whole entire lives and personalities becoming that bitch. That's who I am. I'm that bitch who decided to stand up, and I have other bitches that stand up with me. We help people flee. We feed people. Right now, we're running low on funds. I have someone who is on dialysis that's starving. I have a transgender individual in Georgia who's about to be homeless and starving. I have a person who's a human coffin in Missouri, a person who's a human coffin in Texas, a person who's a human coffin in Kansas, a male abuse survivor in Wyoming that needs assistance. I have over 14 different people right now that have asked me for money in the last 48 hours. Because they're going to starve. They're going to lose their homes. If you want to know how to help nonprofits that are begging for help, that are doing protests in the middle of the streets saying they're going to close our shelter because they're defunding us. My ex-baby daddy is 100% Mexican. My daughter is 50% Mexican, third generation. They're coming after her. And people like her. And so people like me, because we love people like her, thought in exhaustive detail how to help her, how to help abortion survivors, how to help LGBTQIA, how to help everyone who's getting targeted by the first they came for. Even wrote a poem that's a reiteration of that, to reiterate that this has been not new. People have been being persecuted in silence for a long time. When I was in a vehicle pregnant with my daughter, my ex-boyfriend was speeding, right? And got pulled over. But he was speeding because I was about to fucking Ralph as a pregnant individual. I thought telling the cop this would let him write us off, because that's what would have happened with my white ass privilege. He got his first ticket ever because his white girlfriend didn't understand his fucking privilege. And that's when my whole life shifted. When I started deep diving into decolonization, because my privilege was louder than his opportunities. This has always been something going on. They've always been persecuted. So unless you already started decolonization and deconstruction, you need to go to the pages of those who have been telling you for a long time, this is what you need to do. Because that is part of how I started. I started having tough conversations. Sometimes I was right. Sometimes I was wrong. A lot of times at the beginning, I was fucking wrong while I was learning. That is another crucial step to how you can help, is deconstructing your privilege and learning how to utilize it to help others. It's going to hurt. Some people are going to fucking hate you because they aren't used to active bystanders anymore. They're used to people hurting them and manipulating them and using them. It is time for us as white people to stand the fuck up, to use our privilege, to support the people using their privileges, and to continue to fight the good fight. Standing is crucial. Action is more important.
First off, you need to breathe. Because you're writing letters, you're protesting. The next step is to go to your local city council meeting. Get your friends to go. Get the people you know to go. Tell your mayor that you do not want your local law enforcement or state police to assist ICE at all. See, they have to make the decision that they're allowed to. If you have a CBA, find out when that CBA comes up. You're going to petition that changes be made into the CBA that state that the local police department does not help ICE when they do raids or when they come for citizens. See, ICE are not police. They're trying to give ICE all these extra, they can do this and they can do that, but at the end of the day, they're not police officers, which means they do not have the same protections as police officers, and it also means that they can't do what cops do, right? That's what you do. Go to city council, take everybody you know, and you all sign up for public comment, and you all get up there and you talk about not wanting those police to be able to help them.
Hey, sweetheart, I'm right there with you. I promise. If we all will just start standing together, even just little small acts of kindness, awareness, anything.
As an Aussie, I would recommend that you use ICE's techniques against them. Identify the people, organise groups, go and raid them. Do the same thing back. Expose them.
Yeah, what we're witnessing is horrifying, and there's a number of ways that folks can do a bit more than what they're doing. One is to sign up for Luce Mass trainings and support them with money, and the other is to get real loud with your local officials. It's not enough to be yelling at Congress. We need to let our city officials know, our state officials know, Governor Healy know, that we demand that they do more, and where you have money, donate it to grassroots organizations doing work on the front lines. I'm happy to chat with you. Send me a DM. I've been an organizer in Boston for at least 10 years, and I can help point you in the right direction.
One, you're doing great, and we also all feel you. Two, listen to people of color on this app who are talking about rights. Listen to creators who are talking about rights for all and not just for some. Three, make sure you are taking care of your mental health. You can't help anybody if you are down and out. Four, make sure that you are not just bugging your representatives at the federal level, you are bugging people at the municipality level, the county level, that you are bugging every single person in your state because they are more worried about your votes in their local elections than they are about the federal. And that brings me to my last point, which is start your communities, build your communities locally, find more like-minded people like you, start having home meetings, start offering free meals, start being willing to get people to and from places, even if it's just safely, so they've got someone with them. But like, the work that we need to do happens on the ground level in your community. We need to start building coalitions. The Black Panther Party is already doing this. They're already inaugurating, that might not be the right word, but new leadership in towns all over America. We need to get behind them. Did you know there was a White Panthers Party that was like there to support and protect and get in the way of the government trying to hurt the Black Panthers? I've only just heard about this in another video, and I don't know a ton about it, but I will tell you that if you really want to help when you are at those protests, be the white person who gets in front of the people of color and protects them. because they're 10 times less likely to arrest you and do anything to you violently than they are a brown person or a black person or anybody else that doesn't look like you or me. But just know, the empathy that you're sharing right now, that's the shit that we need to fuel this revolution. So, like, bravo. Bravo.
This is the kind of unhinged behavior that is absolutely ludicrous with this country. They're not being kidnapped. Nobody's being kidnapped. Okay? They're being arrested because they're here illegally. They're here illegally. And they're being deported. It's absolutely bonkers. And frankly, if you are protecting and protesting and you're on the side of criminals, you yourself should be arrested along with them. Join them for aiding and abetting criminals. If you're hiding criminals, if you're teaching illegals how to avoid ICE, you definitely need to be arrested because you yourself are a criminal. That's what you are. You're on the side of criminals. It's nonsense. People are being kidnapped. No. They're being arrested. And they're being deported.
Yeah, guys, so it's crazy what has been happening in America since the 20th January of 2025 after the new administration took place. So people have been talking about, we've been saying F around and find out. We've been telling all people that are actually getting deported that they all F around and now they're finding out. But we all know it's not these illegal immigrants that F around, but because when you're illegally in a country, you cannot cast your vote. So they didn't vote for this. A big number of the Hispanic community that are actually illegally in the country voted for their people to get deported. And we didn't expect that these deportations were gonna go as further as having kids presenting themselves in a court of law with no lawyers. It's crazy that I've seen kids as young as 5 years old representing themselves in a court and the judge asking them questions. Some they don't even understand why they are there. It's quite crazy, guys, and it's very hurting to see kids going through this. They also deported a child who was around, I don't remember the age, but they deported this girl with heart issues and she was undergoing treatment in the United States of America, but they deported her. And videos have also been circulating of how people are being treated in these ICE agents where they are being held. People are not even getting enough food. People are not getting enough water. I know in as much as people have been telling them that they all left around and it's because of their community that they are going through this, I don't think anyone deserves what's happening to them, even if they are illegally. I mean, there is a better way of doing what they are doing. There is a better way of deporting people, but now the ways that they are using, even going to a point of going to someone's home, how they are using force and everything that they are doing is not right, especially coming from a country that always talks about defending human rights, a country that is always on other countries' necks because they feel like human rights are not respected in those countries, a country that is talking about democracy, because at the end of the day, these illegal immigrants are also humans that deserve those human rights that people are always talking about, that deserve to have that freedom that America is always preaching to us about. You know, it's crazy seeing kids in court presenting themselves. It's crazy seeing people separating young kids from their mothers. It's crazy seeing families being broken just because of these legal status. Now, for example, people are happy because these illegal immigrants are getting them out of their countries. But look at what has been happening in Nebraska. Like, the farmers are crying out loud. There are no people to work in the fields. I mean, what did you all expect when you're having these people deported back in their countries? Now you're not having enough groceries in your stores. Now things have to get expensive because there are no enough products in the market, because there are no people working in these farms. And it's crazy. Even in some places where they are complaining about construction, because most people who are actually doing these jobs are illegal immigrants. And these jobs, people, the bosses or the people that actually own these jobs, they don't want to pay Americans enough money to work in these farms. They don't want to pay American citizens enough to work in these construction sites. And now they want to complain. I know it's a good thing they are trying to get illegal immigrants in the country. They have every right to do that, because I don't think, or I don't support anyone living in a country illegally with no right documents, someone overstaying their visa and all that. But still, look at all the positive parts or the positive things that these illegal immigrants were doing in the United States of America. They're the ones that were working in your farms, the ones that were actually working at the construction site, the ones that always come to collect your garbage. Now that they don't have these people anymore. And the reason as to why these jobs were only done by illegal immigrants is because people are just paying pennies for people to do these jobs. They're not paying them enough money, because at the end of the day, these illegal immigrants have no option. You are in this country illegally. You have no choice, and they end up taking these jobs, and people are just taking advantage. Can you see how evil the society can be? In as much as we are talking about they should be there legally, but some people are actually happy and they want to take advantage of these people and not pay them what they would pay American citizens. Now, this woman came on her TikTok account saying she's doing as much as she can. She's been protesting, she's been making videos about it, she's even been calling people in power to tell them what they are doing is not right, but she's asking for more, what more she can do. I'm actually happy to see a number of white people actually coming out on saying that whatever is happening is wrong, and calling out the government and ICE agents that are actually doing this, because whatever is happening, especially what happened to this woman and her children, is not right. People are even trying to defend her, people are trying to protect her, people are surrounding her to protect her from ICE agents from snatching her and taking her, but at the end of the day, they still did it. They still managed to take the woman and the kids. And it's been very sad seeing how these agents are actually treating these illegal immigrants, the way they're just, they're treating them as criminals. And we honestly know there are way worse criminals that are out there that are going free. They are not facing any charges. They are not being arrested. No one is out there hunting for them. But you want to hunt a mother who just gave birth, who has a newborn, kids in schools. Now some kids cannot attend school because their parents are scared that they might get arrested and get deported back in their countries. It's crazy, guys, but I would really love to know what your thoughts are on this. Do you think this woman is actually doing a good thing by trying to create awareness out there and trying to ask what more she can do to help people out there that are actually suffering under ICE agents? Let me know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching up to this part, and until the next episode, bye.